Good morning and welcome to the Core Connection. I'm Mira Rubin here with you on Enlightened World Network. And today's topic is feeling yourself or feeling not yourself, actually. And we get to explore what that is, what's happening when that happens, and maybe how to reconnect. And before we get started, let's just take a minute or two to get present. Let's take a deep breath in through your nose and hold it. And imagine clean, crisp oxygen flooding your lungs, flowing into your bloodstream, nourishing all your cells, all your organs, bringing vital life energy to your body and being. And as you exhale, exhale any tension, stress, negativity, fatigue. And now let's take another deep breath in through your nose and hold it. This time, imagine brilliant, bright light lighting you up from the inside out, illuminating, electrifying, and energizing all your cells, all your molecules, all your electrons, creating a brilliant beam of light from your heart out into the world. And as you exhale, exhale any remaining tension, stress, negativity, fatigue. And now let's press our palms together and vigorously rub your hands together to feel the friction, the temperature, the pressure, the motion, the tickling and tingling when you stop. And allow all those sensations to bring you present right here, right now, into this remarkable physical form that enables you to experience life. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's Friday. It keeps happening quicker and quicker, it seems. And today we're talking about feeling not yourself. And I guess but that begs the question, who are we if we're not ourselves, right? I have this, I don't know, I use it as a mantra sort of sometimes, where if I'm feeling off, and I was this morning just before talking with you, and I've been working on bringing myself back to center, this mantra that really seems to make a difference for me. And it goes like this: I'm me and only me. I'm me and only me. I'm me and only me. And as we speak that, good morning, Rosalind. Welcome. So good to have you here with us this morning. We're talking about not feeling yourself. Welcome to everybody else who's also joining us. I just have been this morning just really feeling off. And so I've been employing the tools that I have to bring myself back to center and focus and, feeling myself in my skin. And the one of the most powerful things, as simple as it is this incantation, or whatever you want to call it. I'm me and only me. And what it means for me anyway is that I release anything that's not of my essence, like to bring me back to whatever my core being is, that any energetic attachments or stuff I've picked up from people emotionally, psychically. I think that so many of us who are healer type people or empathic people tend to pick up energy from others, and that energy sometimes clings and impacts us. And so having processes that can support us in remembering ourselves, reassembling, or reconnecting with ourselves is a really important and powerful experience. tool chest to have. So as simple as it is, I have to say that phrase is just one of the most powerful. When I say it and I connect to it, I can feel things just releasing. I can feel a shift of energy. And the only there is not diminishing in any way. It's claiming oneself. It's like that I am myself in my wholeness. And that may be who I am, is again this expression of life living itself through me without the overlays of outside energies that are not my own, that aren't in alignment with me. And another thing that we can do that's a super, super powerful technique, maybe, or cat hairs, sorry. Another thing that we can do is do a chakra alignment. And this is pretty interesting too. So we can start at the root, or we can start at the crown. I think I'm going to start at the crown. And so if we imagine at the crown chakra, we imagine it centered to our body on the horizontal and vertical axes, right? So imagine the crown chakra just in perfect alignment with your body. And so it's not way in front of you or behind you or to the right or to the left, but it's centered on those two axes. And I guess the north, south, east, west type axes. And and it's just above your head, and see it there, and allow your body sort of to kind of hang from that crown chakra. And as you allow yourself to hang from that, to just sort of find a balance, then we can move to the third eye. And imagine that, again, perfectly aligned with the crown, vertically and also on the both axes, so that it's aligned to the center of your body, horizontally, and front and back, from side to side and front to back. And feel that alignment with the crown chakra, and feel the two of those strengthening each other, creating even greater alignment. And as you find your body sort of falling in line with the crown and the third eye, then visualize your throat, and maybe your throat chakra, and maybe feel into your throat and allow your throat chakra to align with your third eye and the crown, and create this ever strengthening pillar of light and alignment through your body. And then just allow that to trace down to your heart chakra. And again, align your heart chakra to the axes of your body, so that it's perfectly centered and lined up with your throat, with your third eye, with your crown. And then allow yourself to move down in your body to your solar plexus, and be present to the location of the solar plexus, and allow that then to align with the other chakras, to just sort of gently fall into place in the center, front to back, side to side. And as you're doing this, notice that there's light that's moving through these chakras, and the strength of the column is growing as we keep going down through the chakras. And then go to your second chakra and feel the alignment of your second chakra horizontally and from back to back, aligned in your body. Feel it radiating and feel the beginning of a pulsing moving through the chakras as they become more aligned, and then move down to the root chakra and align that. And feel, as you align that, feel the energy moving in harmony through the different chakras, pulsating, moving through, strengthening that column of energy and light. Feel the alignment and allow that alignment to radiate out throughout your body, even beyond your body, to create this energy field that is aligned and complete. And feel the cycling of the energy through the chakras as you just allow yourself to breathe. And notice if your body feels different. For me right now, I'm feeling more erect. I'm feeling a little lightheaded, I think, as some of these other energies that were present for me are dissipating now that there's a greater alignment. Allow yourself to just be in your own energy field. And as that energy field is strengthened, it pushes out any energies that don't belong. It expands your field and creates this greater emanation of energy that is coherent. That's the idea here, is to be able to experience coherence. And, you know, it's interesting because we don't necessarily have to have an incident that throws us off. Sometimes we just pick up other people's energy and without even being aware of it. I know when I was growing up, I was very empathic, and I didn't know that I was picking up emotions from other people. And I would go through really deep emotional upset, and because I would attach somehow, or I would allow attachment. And it wasn't until I was an adult that I realized, oh my gosh, those aren't my feelings. I'm picking up something else from somebody else. And that's where I'm me and only me comes in as such a powerful, powerful invocation. And Rosalind says, does the change occur consciously or unconsciously? Perhaps on a level we are not aware of change occurs. I think it probably all of the above. I think when we do the chakra alignment, it shifts us energetically, which shifts the field that we're in. And that can be experienced consciously and or unconsciously. Over the past few days, I've dealt with a couple folks that were having really intense stuff going on for them, and I may have absorbed some of that without realizing it. I'm usually pretty okay around that, but for whatever reason, there was a greater vulnerability, perhaps, or a greater susceptibility. I think as we expand our own energy field, we are less prey to pulling in other people's energies. So we can talk about this as energy management, right? Because it's just been interesting to see how really off I felt actually, I think even last night. And I'm after doing that chakra alignment, I'm feeling energy moving through my body in a different way. I think it's really a valuable visualization, to see your chakras aligned, to allow yourself to feel them, maybe feel them as an orb. We can add the colors that are associated with the chakras, and that can add strength to it. We also can do this process, tapping the thymus, and that can also really help. And cross patterning. So cross patterning is another really powerful tool. And what you do with cross patterning, you can do it as like marching. You can even do it seated. So I'm seated and I'll take my right hand and put it to my left knee and my left hand to my right knee and just go back and forth like that from one knee to the other. And then the same side, right to right, left to left, and then cross over again. So it's called cross patterning to sort of synchronize the the hemispheres of the brain. In fact, um, a friend of mine has done a lot of work with patients that have had brain injuries and cognitive issues, and they've found that crawling on the ground can really help to strengthen the patterns of our neural pathways. Absolutely. So Rosalind says using breath helps to recenter as well. 100%, 100%. And so there are so many different breath techniques too, but one that we can use is to breathe in for a count of 3 or 4. So 3, breathe in, hold for 3, exhale for 3, hold for 3, inhale for 3, hold for 3, exhale for 3, hold for 3. And that's called box breathing. And that can be very grounding as well. Standing on the earth, putting our toes in the ground. That can be very, very powerful as well. So tapping, where we go through a series of tapping meridian points, that can also be really powerful and helpful. You can, if you're interested in learning about tapping, I believe there are probably many sites around for doing that, but I'm aware of thetapping.com. That I think it's .com rather than .org. And they've got all kinds of really powerful processes for different issues. So tapping is a wonderful way to be clearing different issues and also just balancing your whole being. So, and it's a process. It's a simple process for self-care, probably one of the most powerful self-care processes I know, where you just go through this series of different meridians, tapping them with affirmations and intentions. And that also helps to rebalance the system. So when we feel off, the tendency could be to try and push our way through, right? Rather than to attend to ourselves. And I think it's really important, especially if you're feeling off, to take the time to take care of yourself. Because if you don't, the whole situation is just going to get exacerbated. And we've talked about how important it is to address emotions without letting them fester. And I think that that's the same as if we're feeling off, honor that and care for yourself. Take the care that you need. Give yourself the care that you need. And you can also imagine like an energy cleanse, like brushing off the energy, right? Brushing it off, clearing it from your system, and just wiping it from your system, and relieving yourself of anything that isn't yours. Just releasing it, letting it go. And that's super powerful too. In fact, that feels a whole lot lighter. I feel a whole lot lighter having done that. So when you allow yourself to tune in, you can feel where there are places of heaviness. Like I'm noticing that my arms just feel so heavy. So I'm just going to clear them. And whether the action is actually clearing it or the intention, we have the ability to shift our energy by setting those attentions and taking those actions and giving ourselves the care and maintenance that we need to be able to function to our best ability. Sometimes we just need to rest. Sometimes that's what it takes, is just giving yourself the courtesy, the honoring oneself enough to attend to your needs. I think, sometimes we get really overwhelmed and stressed because there's so much to do. And what we do is we push through and we push through and we push through. And we end up so deeply depleted that we just end up collapsing. And so the idea is to take care of ourselves before we get to that point. Anyway, that's it for this morning. I'm Mira Rubin. This is the Core Connection, and I go live here each weekday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern. I'm so glad to be here with you, and I so appreciate the opportunity to share this time together, to learn and grow together. And I invite you to check out the other wonderful, wonderful programming on Enlightened World Network and Enlightened World Living. And Gia, oh, wonderful. You're so kind. Gia says, I've been here and listening to this conversation. It's been such a bliss. That's beautiful. Thank you. Wishing you all a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And until next time, so much love to you.